Henry's on the road somewhere, but that friendship has been one of the greatest gifts of my adult life. When Ron Howard walked away from acting at the absolute peak of his Hollywood career, the industry was in shock. Critics said he was making the biggest mistake of his life. Yet, decades later, that one decision didn't just lead to 2 Academy Awards for A Beautiful Mind, it cemented his place among the legends. Today, Howard sits on a fortune of $200 million and a legacy of iconic films. But behind the red carpets and the billion-dollar franchises lies a story of silent struggles, hidden pain, and losses so devastating they could have broken anyone. This is the real story of Ron Howard. Welcome to Prestige Buzz. Ron Howard's story doesn't begin under studio lights. It starts in 1954 in Duncan, Oklahoma. His parents, Gene Spiegel and Rance Howard, were young actors fueled by dreams far larger than their bank accounts. When opportunities in Oklahoma dried up, they took a leap of faith that felt impossible. They packed everything they owned and moved to Hollywood with no safety net. The early years were grueling. Ron remembers his family living hand-to-mouth in a tiny apartment, stretching meals and counting coins while his father scrambled for any role to pay the rent. But then, the unexpected happened. The youngest member of the family became the one the world noticed first. At just 4 years old, Ron landed a role in The Journey. It was a small step, but it led to the role that changed everything, Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. From 1960 to 1968, Ron's charm filled millions of American living rooms. While the show's income finally brought the family security, his parents stayed grounded. They saved almost every dollar Ron earned, choosing to live simply off Rance's modest acting jobs. This quiet discipline gave Ron something more valuable than fame, a future built on financial security. As Ron entered his teens, the industry's spotlight only grew brighter. In 1974, he became Richie Cunningham in Happy Days. The show was a cultural phenomenon, turning Ron into a national sweetheart overnight. Studios wanted him, and the money was more than most teenagers could ever imagine. Yet, amid the height of Fonz mania, Ron was asking himself a strange question: is this all I'm meant to do? He spent his time on set watching the cameras, the lighting crews, and the way a director breathed life into a script. In 1980, while Happy Days was at its peak, Ron made a move that confused his peers and terrified his producers. He decided to quit acting to step behind the camera. Ron wasn't disappearing, he was evolving. The transition from child star to director is a path littered with failures, but for Ron, something clicked instantly. His early directorial hits, Splash, 1984, and Cocoon, 1985, proved he wasn't just an actor experimenting, he was a visionary. In 1986, he took his biggest business leap by co-founding Imagine Entertainment with Brian Grazer. This wasn't just a production company, it was a doorway to true power. By owning the stories he created, like 8 Mile, 24, and Arrested Development, Ron built a layer of wealth and respect that fame alone could never provide. The pinnacle of this journey came in 2002. A Beautiful Mind earned him Best Director and Best Picture at the Oscars, officially placing him among the cinematic greats. On the outside, Ron's life looked perfect. But life has a way of balancing light with heavy shadows. Some of Ron's greatest battles weren't fought on a film set, but behind closed doors. For decades, Ron's brother, Clint Howard, struggled with a brutal cycle of drug and alcohol addiction. There were brushes with the law and moments of profound fear for the family's safety. Ron and his parents practiced tough love, managing Clint's money and refusing to let him spiral into total darkness. Though Clint found sobriety in 1991, the emotional toll on Ron was immense. Then came the losses that no amount of success could prepare him for. 2000, his mother, Jean, passed away after years of health struggles. She had been his North Star. 2017, his father, Rance, died of heart failure. The pillars of his childhood were gone. 2023, the death of Cindy Williams, his American Graffiti co-star and sister of the heart, left a hollow space that no fortune could fill. Despite the tragedies, Ron built a sanctuary. In an industry where marriages often crumble under the first sign of pressure, Ron has been married to Cheryl Alley for over 49 years. The couple made a conscious choice to raise their 4 children, Bryce, Paige, Jocelyn, and Reed, away from the Hollywood lens, opting for a quiet life in Connecticut. Today, his daughter Bryce Dallas Howard carries on the family legacy as a powerhouse actress and director, a testament to the grounded upbringing Ron and Cheryl provided. At 71 years old, Ron Howard isn't slowing down. Between his directing fees, his stake in Imagine Entertainment, and his philanthropic work through the Ron and Cheryl Howard Family Foundation, he has redefined what it means to be a Hollywood legend. He has survived the transition from child star to mogul, weathered the loss of his closest confidants, and maintained a family life that many can only dream of. Ron Howard's journey proves that the greatest risk isn't changing your path, it's staying in a place where you no longer grow. What do you think of Ron Howard's incredible journey from Opie Taylor to an Oscar-winning mogul? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Hollywood's true legends, make sure to thumbs up like this video. Bell subscribe to Prestige Buzz. Mobile phone with arrow turn on bell notifications will be bringing you more incredible stories of resilience in Hollywood history every week. Until next time.